Central Himalaya, North India. Namaste, welcome back. Is the connectivity okay? Can everybody see me okay? Can you hear me okay? I'm doing my best with this little cheapy phone. I hope to have a new phone after after 5 weeks, you know? Yes. Anupama, namaste Anupama. Wow, wow, wow. How are you? What time are you going to sleep tonight? Early night, or you're changing your schedule, I think you said, yes? Because of work and that, like that, yes? What's up? You're fine. Oh, that's good. Thank you. 2 namastes to you also. Wow, wow, wow. Early. Yes, yes. Good, good, good. Yes. Oh, my eyesight's not too bad. Not too bad. Thanks, Abhishek. Welcome back. Abhishek Bista. Shabash. Wow, wow, wow. Not too bad. Not too bad. I now have since 1 month new bifocals for Abhishek for looking at the mobile from close up. Not here. This mobile is 20 inches from my face, and I don't need, I can read the message as well here. Uh, but when I'm looking at the mobile from close up, then Anupama, I think, can you see from here? Can you see my eye here? Are they green? I think they're green, aren't they? Like a cat? Just like a cat? I think so. Am I right? Manoj Nagarakoti. Manoj, namaste. Manoj, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on a live stream. First time, maybe, Manoj Nagarakoti, is it? Namaste. Kia hal hai? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash, shabash. वाह 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 मनोज जी आपका अट्टा पट्टा का नाम क्या है बताइए शाबाश वाह 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 my eye power, I think in one eye plus 150, the other one plus 125, something like that. I've suffered all my life from myopia, short sight, but it's not too bad. The glasses help, especially since 5 weeks now. Got bifocals for the first time, and I can hold my mobile 13 or 14 inches from my face, and it's very nice. Yeah, I think they're concave lenses. I think that's what they're called. Yes, yes. One eye is stronger than the other, you know. Acha Abhishek, shabash, shabash, Kapil Dev. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, people seem to like that. They remember me from that. Yes, Manoj Nagarakoti. Yes, I'm from England, lived in Australia a long time, Manoj, and now Australian passport. And I I have lived in the Himalayas for long periods, half of my life. I'm now 76 years young, Manoj. Roshan Raj. Roshan Raj. Namaste, Roshan. Namaste. Kya hal hai? Sab theek thak hai? Anupama, thanks for that. Beautiful. Thank you. Good, good. Um, well, LPG shortage, of course, because of this unnecessary war, What more can I say, you know? Um, let's hope that the most unpredictable Donald Trump stops this unnecessary war very soon. Um, Iran also has many, many complaints, you know. Mm. Some of these complaints are going back to 1953. Look at the history on YouTube or Google, 1953. Mm. When democratic government in Iran, Mr. Mohammed Mosdegh or something, Mohammed Mosdegh, he wanted to nationalize the Iranian oil company. At that time, they had agreement with the cunning British, the Anglo-Iranian oil company. He wanted to nationalize it so all the profits would stay in Iran. But the cunning British and the cunning Americans, they removed his government. It all goes back to that. Let's hope there are not more problems also, Roshan. Thanks, Anupama. Yeah, this is happening all around the world, Abhishek, all around the world. It's a long, long, complicated story. Um, oh, if you want to look at my previous live stream tonight from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, at about 7:15 point, I was talking for 10 or 12 minutes on this Iran, American, Israel conflict, going back to the original causes, you know. Oh, Sonia, namaste, Sonia. Is this Sonia from here? Is this Sonia from here, from my village? Please let me know. Look, Sonia, you can look at my previous live stream tonight from 6:30 to 8 tonight, already recorded at about 7 or 7:15 mark. I spoke for 10 minutes on it. I suggest you people, you younger people maybe don't know, but briefly, very briefly, the cause of it, the original cause of is of course going back 500 years, European colonialism. That was the original cause. Oof. Where the European Western powers, now including America, want to impose their values, impose their agenda on the non-Western countries for many reasons. Look, I'll just say this, you young people, look on YouTube or Google and look at the events of 1953 in Iran. At that time, the cunning British, with the Americans supporting them, they had an agreement with Iran called the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company. And the new government in Iran, Mr. Mohammed Mosdegh, he wanted to nationalize all the oil to keep the profits in Iran for the Iranian people. So he was planning to do that. And the cunning British, with the help of the cunning Americans, overthrew, removed his government. Look at that history and you'll see the causes of this. But the original causes go back to the cunning, greedy, corrupt, exploitative European colonialists, going back to about 1550. That's where it really started. Oh yes, Absbal, talking about the eight original European colonial powers, robbing, raping, looting. France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, Britain, Germany, Denmark, Italy. Yes, Roshan, look, It's a very, very complicated subject. Roshan is saying sensibly the world should come together to end the war. Unfortunately, we common people have very, very little power, very little power. We know who the real powers are, and let's be honest, even the most powerful presidents and prime ministers are puppets of the military. The most powerful presidents and prime ministers are actually puppets of the military, multinational corporations, blah, blah, blah. Abhishek, no need for that message about the secret. No need for that. No need for that at all, even joking, because that could be misunderstood, by some innocent, naive people. Your message about the secret could be misunderstood very seriously. No need for that. No need for that, Abhishek. Oh, and Holland also. Holland, so it makes 8 or 9 powers. Yes, yes, yes. Girish, namaste, Girish. Thanks for coming back. Namaste. Kia hal hai? Girish, sab theek thak hai? Khana kha liya? Aha, shabash. Sushil Sharma. Namaste, Sushil. Thanks for coming back. And you lovely people, please, please press the like button. The like button. It says pum pum, hey? And subscribe if you didn't subscribe. And please ask all of your social circle to have a look at Pahadi David's sometimes interesting, sometimes colourful, sometimes informative um, uh, live stream. Yeah, I hope I provide a little bit of fresh air, something a little different. Oh, Abhishek, now I can manage a live stream very easy. It's very easy now for me. Girish, you've had your but Abhishek, I have a small team. We're just normal people, humble people. My lovely editor and my lovely manager, general manager. Yeah. They are both busy with other things also. Girish, you had dinner? That's nice. Very nice. Thanks, Girish. Namaste. That's it, Vivek Mohammed Mosadegh. Yes, yes, yes. You see, so much now. What's the big subject now on the planet? What is the really big subject, which is linked to many, many, many things? This word begins with S and it ends in L. What is the main subject now? And this main subject, beginning with S and ending in L, the word has 8 letters. What is this main subject to which every other aspect of human life is linked to? What is that word? I'll tell you in 5 minutes. You tell me. Look at Roshan Raj's message and you'll see that word. Spider-Man, welcome back, Spider-Man. Namaste to you. Do I play Fortnite? I don't know anything about any of these games. I don't know anything about them. Am I missing out on something? Am I losing something very exciting in my life by not involving myself in any of these games? I don't know. I don't have a clue. Kurosaki. Indian greeting, namaste to you, Kurosaki. That looks like a Japanese name. Where are you from, Kurosaki? Kurosaki. Kurosaki. Oh, yes, Anupama. Of course, I must pin that. Of course. Kurosaki, just wait 1 minute and look at the pinned message on the bottom of your screen, okay? Please look at this message coming now at the speed of sound or the speed of light through cyberspace, coming right now. Can you see something on the bottom of your screen, Kurosaki? Has it reached there? Has it reached there, Anupama? Let's have another try, yeah? Oh, it may come now. Oh, wow. Shabash. Abhishek Bista. Shabash. Wah. Gajab ho gaya. Kya baat hai. Hey. Yo. Hey. Now. Now let's look at any new messages. Himanshu Nankad. It's John Marston. Wow. I can never forget that name now. Link with you, your dark past. Wow. Those 2 years, 1885. Bubu Pela, grandfather, I salute you. Namaste, those 2 years. Namaste, Jujag, or and namaste, those 2 years. Namaste. Jujag, और की हेरीन, तुमर गाँव में सब ठीक ठाक छू. आज की कहलो की कहली आज बता पाए. Pahari Dubuk, Kakara Red, Masa Chase. Hey, now, Abhishek Tiwari, thanks Abhishek, namaste. Abhishek is asking, David, when will Jesus Christ return? When will I didn't hear anything definite about. Listen, Abhishek Tiwari Ju, have a look on Google, Baba, YouTube. You may hear some news about. Or look. No, I got a better idea. Look at this great site, which has a great sense of humor. Meta AI, you know, Meta, M-E-T-A, AI. Have a look on Meta AI, and they will give you the latest news about when Jesus Christ will come back to the planet. Many people are seriously waiting for the day. Look on Meta AI. Maybe Meta AI knows more than I do. Okay, Barbary Barb. Hey, Barbo. Barbary Barb. Mera mora sharabi Barb. Hey. Girish Sanguri, Girish says, you teach foreigners, students. What subjects are you teaching, Girish? Please tell me. I'm an ex-teacher from before, obviously teaching English. Yeah, I was a master in English teaching. Kim, so far no effect on me, but on April the 1st, I must go to the Nepal border, only to the border for one night for usual visa reasons, every 90 days. I may have to walk to the border. Well, it's only about 200 kilometers. It's not that far. Fluid mechanics. You teach fluid mechanics. What the hell is fluid mechanics? Please tell me. Sometimes I think at 70 years of age, I've lost some contact with what's happening in the world these days. I've lost some contact. I speak very good English, but what the hell is fluid mechanics? Please tell me, Gurus, please. A short reply, yeah? Abhishek. Abhishek. A room tour. Okay, it's very small. अभिषेक आपको साफ बताऊंगा लेकिन दुनिया को मत बताना मेरा कमरा बहुत छोटा है इसमें एक आदमी है बस एक आदमी है कोई दूसरा शख्स नहीं है ये फ्रंट डोर है फ्रंट डोर मिडल डोर हमेशा बंद है दो खिड़कियां दो या तीन खिड़कियां हैं और ये सब mud, hey, mud and cow dung. Mud and cow dung, yes. Winter and summer, yes. And this is, can you see this up there? This is a wooden roof. On the top, black slates. The other half of this 4-room building has cement roof. 4 rooms in total. I live here on my own. I mean, I feel like I live here on my own. And we live right next to a Shiva temple. And my lovely friends, Pahadi family, since 50 years before, live just 5 minutes up the hill. FF Sharko. Shark. Shark, eh? FF Sharko X. Is saying now, I mean, this may be true. Ya ekdam bakwas ho bhi ho sakta. Koi emergency hai ya nakli emergency hai. FF Sharko X is saying, please, brother, I'm from Iran. Please help my brother. Please help, brother. Send $1 to me. My serious condition. Look, if you are having real problems, FF Sharko in Iran, if you are, then there may be some links you can find on the internet there about this, okay? Assad, namaste, lion boy. David, what's your monthly maintenance of the house? The house has no maintenance, but I pay a few hundred rupees every month for electricity, that's all. Abhishek, David, don't you feel lonely living far away from England? I left England when I was 11. Tiny country, big population. A little bit narrow-minded, some of the people. Terrible colonial history, Britain. Terrible. Oof. I was born in 1949. I never get lonely or bored in these tiny villages. Abhishek, when I'm in the big towns and cities there, I get bored and lonely there. Yes, Absbal, when I saw this one from Iran send me $1, I thought, I don't trust that YouTube ID name, Sharko, shark. In English, if we say someone's a real shark, that means they're very cunning, can't be trusted, maybe wants to cheat, and other names also we give them, other name, because this is a public channel, yeah. Now, thanks, Abhishek, for your beautiful message. We need some courage in this life. We need some courage. Thank you. Sometimes we need to pretend to be brave. Sometimes we need to pretend to be brave. Oh, Assad, I see. Well, here I helped to build this building 30 years before, so I don't pay accommodation. I help out with my food. I take some medicines, mostly Ayurvedic medicines every day, Assad. No accommodation costs, mobile maintenance, blah, 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 and coffee, sugar, soap, toothpaste, ragi ki biscuit, millet biscuit, and I buy food to give to Behenji for the kitchen. In 1 month, about 11,000 rupees 1 month. Mrishan Rator, you're in the Indian Special Force Army. Very nice, Mrishan. Wow, wow, wow. Still in India, are you? Of course, I think. Yes, yes. Himanshu, thank you for your beautiful, deep, clean, platonic love. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely. That's all I want. That's the only type of love I want or need. Wait for this one. That's the only type of love I want from a fellow male. Platonic love. Believe me. This is a public channel, okay? Yes. You can see where I'm coming from there, can't you? Now, I wasn't too specific. Now, Mrishan Rator. I never eat an evening meal, Mrishan. I drink a lot of water in the evenings. During my live stream break, I have plenty of black coffee with masala, sugar, and some ragi ki biscuit, millet biscuits, ragi wale, and that's my evening. Yeah, Spiderman. I have a good breakfast also. Spiderman donated $10. Thank you. Thanks for donating $10. But I can't accept donations. Where did you send the money to? Majak mat karo yaar. Eh? No, Abhishek. Thanks, Vivek. Yeah, it is a very simple life here. I hear this message from many, I won't say holy people, but from knowledgeable people. They're definitely knowledgeable. That Vivek, the matter, the subject of life and existence is very simple. But mankind makes it very complicated. Eh? Did you like that Indian head roll? Eh? The matter of life and existence is very simple, but some of mankind make it very complicated. Very complicated. Eh, Baba? Abhishek, I read a lot of books when I was younger. Now I never read books. I never read books. I never watch films. Maybe I'm dead boring. Hey, Spiderman, don't joke with me, man. $10,000? Alright, 10,000 Indian dollars. Oh, well, that's okay. But I can't accept donations. Not cash, not checks. Where did you send it to? Giris, which subjects do you like? Anything to do with life and humanity. I love soccer also, football. I'm very interested in languages. Arthur Churchill. Arthur Churchill. Arthur. I don't know you. But thanks for coming, Arthur. Thank you. I don't know if you're young or old, or actually another name, or Arthur Churchill. Are you from Britain? Australia? Bolivia, maybe? Paraguay. Do you come from Paraguay? This is the Himalayas, the Indian Himalayas. Yes. If you lovely people want to know where does Pahadi David come from, where does Mountain David come from, just look at the pinned message on the bottom of your screens, yeah? Arthur, thanks for coming. Where are you from? Can you reveal your identity there, your location? Kim, I don't cook myself, so I don't have a kitchen. I eat with my lovely mountain family, just 5 minutes up the hill. We have an inside toilet also. Yeah, we have an inside toilet with a flush. Yeah, we got soap and everything here. Soap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Toilet paper. No. What would I do with toilet paper? What would what would I do with toilet paper? Oh. But some people still personal choice. Now. Now. Oh, thanks, Giris. It's a subject of mechanical engineering. Fluid, what's it called? Fluid fluid mechanics? What does that actually mean, please? Ah, you're telling him, aren't you? Fluid mechanics is a branch of physics that studies how fluids behave. Wow. Fluid here means liquids and gases, water, air, oil, blood. I see. Now, Big Bang, thanks for coming back, Big Bang. Wow, wow, wow. Right, let's look at the new messages. Ah, some new messages. Beautiful. Well, that's interesting, Manu. Fluid mechanics. Shear stress is directly proportional to rate of shear strain. What's that? Shear stress is directly proportional. Well, I'm lost. I'm lost. Oh, Arthur, thank you. Arthur, you can see on the message, pin message, I was originally born in Hastings, Sussex, and at 9, we kicked out my chronically abusive, irresponsible, alcoholic father, and we made a new start. And my mum, second marriage, when I was 11, we moved to Australia, Sydney, and that's when my travel life started, Arthur. And since the age of 23, as a nurse from Sydney, I've been traveling different countries. Since nearly 50 years, Arthur, I've been living long, long periods on a sort of a holiday in the Himalayas, Nepal, and mostly the Indian Himalayas, here in Uttarakhand state, north of Delhi. To the east, we have the West Nepal border, and to the west, we have southern Kashmir. That's why I call myself Pahadi David. Pahari means mountain, adjectival. Alwyn, thanks for coming back. Alwyn, thank you. Nice for coming back. Nice to see your name. And any subjects, Alwyn, any subjects except that subject, okay? Please, 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 please. Yeah. Oh, please, any other subject except that one. You can say it one time. I won't delete it. And I love you very much, Alwyn. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Alwyn. Beautiful. Oh, now, Assad, the next question is bringing up that subject, Assad. Ah. All right, look, because you're a young guy, Assad, I'll answer that question on that subject. Assad is asking Uncle David, Bapri Bap, Mera Mara Sarabi Bap. David, do you still practice Christianity? I never practiced Christianity. I never practiced. I'll say right. I never practiced it, Assad. I never practiced Christianity. Ruko, ruko. हाँ बस हो गया भी हद है गया यार भी हद हो गया बस 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 Vivek, Uncle David, why did you never think of getting married? Oof. Oof. Look, give me 5 minutes, Vivek. I promise you, मेरा अपना कसम से आपको 5 मिनट से अंदर इसकी बारे में पूरा पूरा जवाब दूंगा. आपको सब कुछ बताऊंगा इस सब्जेक्ट की बारे में. Okay? Now, Choti Master. Choti Master in Hindi. Thank you. Thank you. Choti Master. When I was young, I can't remember who my favourite footballers were, but that was Choti Master. When I was young in England, but I have no connection with the British Empire, okay? Please, no questions on the British Empire tonight, okay? Please, please, please. I've taken enough abuse on this live stream. Holy moly, have I taken enough abuse. Not from everybody, but from some people. Real heavy duty abuse. Holy moly. No, but seriously, Arthur and other people, Choti Master, Choti Master. When I was 1958, the Manchester United soccer team, my lovely team, they crashed in Germany, air crash, when they came coming back from Germany, from Munich, right? Some of the players and staff were killed. From that time, 1958, the Manchester United team won many new supporters around the world, including me. I can't remember, but later, Choti Master, Manchester United, Bobby Charlton, of course, and his brother from another team, Jackie Charlton. I can't remember too much at the moment. Ah, yes, Abhishek. So much these days, the main subject these days on the planet with humanity and non-humanity, the animal world, but mankind's also an animal, don't have any doubt about that. Even the best humans are also animals, yeah. Because I study languages, and the word animal comes from Latin or Greek word anima. Anima means atma, soul. Like you say here, atma, well, that means anima. So even the best, cleanest, highest human beings are also animals, specifically human animals, right? Uh, and So, Abhishek, the main subject now for everybody on the planet is survival. Survival. And when you understand that, it's not easy to understand. When you understand that, and this is going to get more complicated, then you understand exactly why that human being is acting like that, why that country is acting like that, fighting for jobs. New people, outsiders coming into your country, in the West mostly, taking your jobs, survival. Survival, Abhishek. Yes, Choti Master, I see. Arvind Kapoor, there is no need for that stupid message about an agent. No need for that stupid message, man. It is stupid because regular people in this town and regular lovely viewers on my live stream know my character. They know who I am, and there's no need for your stupid message out of him, Kapoor. I will delete it, but you please can come back. Um, You see, a message like that directed against me could make a terrible, terrible misunderstanding. Uh, how are you, Aravind? Are you happy in yourself tonight? Did you have a bad hair day? Has your mood been bad today? Or are you just not happy? Anyhow, I'll delete that. And please, you can message anything, but not like that, okay? Alwyn Peters says he loves cats. I love cats. Yeah, wow, 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 wow. Manu, thank you, Manu. Thank you for your beautiful message. GEM. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm happy, Manu, really, that you're enjoying this live stream. You know, I advertise sometimes as need a breath, need some, need a breath of fresh mountain air. Look at my live stream. And also, I have a lot of experiences. I'm traveling since I was 11, and I love to share my knowledge, share experiences, and one or two little jokes and songs, you know. Now, just a minute, I'm just organising my coffee here. This coffee helps me sleep every night. Wow, I love it. Which proves that everybody's different, aren't they? Eh? Everybody's different. Now, Manu, Manu, did you ask me about the 8-letter word beginning with S? Is that your question, Manu? I'm just catching up now on messages, Manu. Ah, here we go. Yeah, Manu, I do go slowly on this live stream with the messages, Manu. I like to answer slowly, slowly in a relaxed way. I like to answer every message, every text, and personally, and sometimes I give a long answer, you see. David, do you like India or England? Ah, India has many, many good things and some opposite things also. England also has many good things, and England has some opposite things also. Um, that's my general answer, Manu. Ah, Nathan Drake. Thanks, Nathan. That sounds like a nice Anglo name to me. Where are you from, Nathan? And thanks for coming the first time on our live stream. I promote it as a live stream a little bit different from the usual live streams. It's certainly not talking about money, money, money like chat GPT and all that. It's more just about humanity, life, existence. We like to talk about languages, Indian culture, mountains, Nathan, and you can look on the pin message on the bottom of the screen, a little bit of my background. Yeah, Nathan, and I call myself Pahadi David, Mountain David, because I've lived here in the Nepali and Indian Himalayas for half of my life, coming and going. Alwyn, when I was young, I used to ride motorbikes, yes. Manu, yes. I stayed in Dwarahat town, Dwarihat, many, many years before. I visited Dunagiri, Mandir, Pandukoli, Kokochina, Nagar Gaon. I went to one lovely Indian marriage there. I'll never forget that. Never, never, never. Uh, Vivek, here's my answer about marriage. When I was a young adult, I never had. We're broadcasting from India, okay? When I was young man, Vivek, I never had any suggestions or pressure, jabardast, never, about David get married from my family, neighbours, society. David, you should get married. I can give you 27 reasons why. I never had any pressure from my parents. When I was 18, they treated me as a young adult. Um, Read between my words, yeah? Um, but I'll tell you the main reason also. And when I was 18, I became a young adult, able to vote, able to write, to drive a vehicle, able to vote, and able to make my own decisions. But the main reason why I never got married was because I had a big influence from a lovely uncle when I was young. And he also was an old traveller, and he taught me some things. And he said, David, in your heart, you're a traveller now at 9 years age. And think seriously before you get married, David. And the second reason, because the world's population is very big. And one day, this was 1960, one day, David, the world will be so overloaded, you will not believe the amount of problems that humanity will have. All caused by humanity itself. Hey. So that's the short answer, Vivek, okay? Nathan Drake. Well, that's partly explained your question. And always when I was younger, I wanted to visit the Himalayas, which I finally did at 29, you know? I've lived here for long periods, coming and going, since nearly 50 years now. Dharam Ramaria. Dharam Ramaria. Namaste Dharam ji. Namaste aap kaise ho? Sab theek thak hai? Shabash. Khana kha liya? Kitni roti khaya hai? Shabash. Dharam ji aapka atta patta ka naam kya ho? Vinod Mahira. The Vinod Mahira. Namaste Vinod. Is it your first time on our live stream tonight, Binod? Where are you from? Aapka gaon ka naam kya ho? Manu Bist is also an engineering student in civil engineering. Yay, beautiful. Nathan, just look at the pin message on the bottom of the screen that you'll get your answers from there about my background, yes? Arthur Churchill, are you still there? Where are you from England, please? Lola Foda, namaste Lola. Welcome back, welcome back. I remember your interesting messages. Please communicate more with us, yes? Apps bow. David, don't misbehave, sir. Are you saying to me, Apps David, don't misbehave? If I've made any mistake, then please tell me, yes? Abhishek, David, how to deal with addictions generally? Oh, long story. Look, every day I only my suggestion, don't touch any type of smoke even one time, and you'll never have a smoking addiction. Don't ever touch alcohol one time, and you'll never have any alcohol addiction. Don't touch smoking one time. Don't touch drinking one time. You'll never have addiction. The thing about how to deal with addictions is sometimes complicated. Why is the person using that substance? Why is the person using regularly alcohol or other drugs? Why is the person using alcohol or other drugs. Mm. Why? First, you have to look at that, you know. Complicated situation, Abhishek, but Google, Baba, YouTube can give many great suggestions, you know. Mrishan Rator, no, I never visited Himachal Pradesh. Assad, yes, I am using a Redmi Mobile 9A model. How do you know that? I told you before, maybe, yeah? It's nearly 5 years old. Um, it cost 8,000 rupees. And for my purposes, Assad, it's still working nicely. It's still working nicely. But Assad, a good friend has promised me in 5 weeks to gift me a new phone. Just not a very expensive, about 20,000 rupees. Not a really sophisticated one. No. Apps Bao. I eat pure vegetarian, including eggs. Fresh village chicken eggs are a fantastic food for the open-minded vegetarian. A great food of protein. Girish, thank you for your lovely compliment. Thank you. Beautiful. Kim, are you a hermit, David? More or less. More or less. Not a complete hermit. I do show my face once a week in the marketplace, and I talk to people and I listen to them too. Um, uh, Maybe next lifetime, Kim, I'll be a full hermit, but still, I'll need somebody to cook for me, you know. Mrishan, David, do you like India? Look, first the negative answer. Um, India has been very good to me. First, the negative answer, Mrishan. Because India and China have huge populations, in India and China, huge populations, you see the very best of humanity, and side by side, you see the very worst of humanity because of huge populations on all levels, on all subjects. Um, but India has been very good to me, especially I love the Himalayas very much. I always had great welcomes from Indians and Nepalis and Sri Lankans also, and Bangladeshis, yeah. And that's the short answer, Mrishan. Short answer. Apps yeah, I'm still learning Hindi. Still learning, 80%. Now, new messages, fresh messages. Wow. Um, Somebody likes my red cap. Somebody likes my red cap. All right, look. Don't look at my hair, it's a bit messed up at the moment. I'm going for a haircut. I'm going for a haircut on Sunday, a haircut. Do you like that one, eh? Pahadi David. Yo, eh? Shubham Bish, namaste, Shubham. Jujag, namaste, Orki Hunin. Sab ठीक ठाक छू शाबाश सब ठीक ठाक छू सब राजी खुशी हरो शाबाश आज की खा लो आज शुभम बता पे Dev Singh, namaste to you, thank you. Yes, Alwyn, long hair is good, especially in the 4 month long cold season up here in the Himalayas. I love it in the cold season. Himanshu, namaste Himanshu. John Marston, Barbary Barb. Hey, wow. Now you're reborn with a new identity, yes? Lovely. Assad, David, are you financially independent? David, what's your source of income? I'm curious to know. Yeah, I'm curious to know also at this stage. I'm very curious to know. But that's another subject, yeah? Look, Assad, मेरा अपना कसम से आपको 5 या 10 मिनट से अंदर आपको ये पूरा जानकारी बताऊंगा, जरूर बताऊंगा, okay? Ajab Dada, namaste Ajab, thanks for coming back, thank you. Chanakya, your red cap makes you look like an ex-IDF comrade. Wow, that's nice. Maybe I could get a pension from that. Hey. Yes, Manu. Thanks, Manu. Some people call me Lal Timata. I've also been called occasionally, hey, Gulabi Gaderi Shag. Oh, Gulabi Gaderi Shag. Yeah, this is my position in life here, fair skin, British Aryan, pure British Aryan. Um, yeah, I love that. Look, Manu, listen to this. Some mankind are never satisfied. In the light skinned countries, many people put on cream, skin tan, lotion on their body, and they sit in the sun all day long wanting to become a darker color. Some fair-skinned people like me, they want to be a darker color. Some mankind are just never satisfied, you know. Some mankind, darker skinned, they put on their body and their face this light skin, what's the name of it? To make the skin a light color. Some darker people want to be light skinned. So some of mankind are never satisfied. What do you people think about that? Alwyn Peter, no, I've been a vegetarian, an egg eating, fresh village chicken egg eating, vegetarian, no chicken, I mean, vegetarian since about 14 years before, yeah. Good night, Girish, thanks for coming. Good night or good evening? Vivek, well, maybe we can meet one time in Corsani Market, have some coffee together. Alwyn Peter, David, do you drink alcohol? आपने अब तक मेरा पुराना बात नहीं सुना है यार मेरा मोरा शराबी बाप मेरा मोरा शराबी बाप When I was young and a little bit silly, I used to enjoy alcohol now and then, but not now, no. I didn't touch alcohol since 30, 40 years, something like that. Chanakya, thanks for coming back, Chanakya. Thank you. It's more interesting now since you arrived. Chanakya says, David is a free bird, never meant to be caged. And he fled, F-L-E-D, fled, flew away. Hey, lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you. You can read my mind and heart. Some of it. Assad Jamadan. I heard the name before on this live stream, Michael Forrest. What does Michael Forrest do on Google, Assad? Alwyn Peter. David, did you ever have any love interests? One or two? 3 or 4 when I was younger. Give me 5 minutes, Alwyn, and or 10 minutes, and I'll reply to that. If I forget, please re-message me, okay? Manu Bisht. In future, David, if I come to Corsani, will you meet me? I'll try. Why not? Manu, thanks for your lovely welcome. Thank you. Abhishek, yeah, I know the name Ruskin Bond. Sometimes people tell me that they feel some feeling from me and Ruskin Bond a little bit similar, you know? Raj, David, what are your views on the Epstein files? I heard the name Epstein files. I have a small idea of the content. Um, Raj, I have absolutely no interest in the Epstein files. Absolutely no interest. While you're reading the Epstein files, don't you be surprised, will you? Don't be surprised. Alwyn Peter, Indian old men are unhappy. Ah, why is that? Acha Asad, you're from Solapur, Maharashtra. I see. Thank you. Expert advice. Expert advice. First time on my live stream, maybe expert, is it? Please send your messages again. Yeah, Jyoti Master, Beckenbauer was a great. If you would prepare the top 11 greatest soccer players of all, and you would need to prepare 10 teams, the greatest 110 soccer players of all time, Beckenbauer would definitely be there. Yes. Alwyn says Malayalam is the hardest language in the Indian subcontinent. Wow. So then, Alwyn, Malayalam is more difficult than Sanskrit, isn't it? Yes, Jyoti Master, about soccer. Yeah, well, that's why it's great to be able to look at old historical soccer football footage. Yes, definitely, definitely. I do think now, though, that soccer these days is the highest level of soccer on all levels. It's the highest standard of soccer ever. Do you agree? Ritika, namaste, Ritika. I'll sing a song in 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes, yeah? Ritika, are you Pahari? Are you from the mountains? Otherwise, Bajmuruli tulo tul, Bajmuruli tulo tul, Ujao hego, Bhala hero, Bajmuruli tulo tul, Bajmuruli tulo tul, Bhala hero, Ujao hego, Gori tera gam bara piara, Meto ye gaya mara, Ake yare. Asa Kahare. Alwyn Peter, no, I didn't learn Malayalam yet from Kerala. No, no. Yes, Abhishek, minimalist life is definitely my life, but I have plenty. I have more than what I need, you know? Chanakya. Whew. Wow, this is a heavy duty compliment, this one, Chanakya. David 007 is hotter than Sean Connery. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Oof. I'm catching my breath, man. I'm catching my breath. Chanakya. Yes, David, you can read Devon. I can, yeah, yeah. Usually I put my bifocals on, you know? Equal to the word, Chanakya, you know about languages. Tell me this. I don't know the answer to this, but is there any other Hariyucha? Hey, Janaki, is there any other script, Nagari, Lipi on the planet equal to Devanagari in its perfection, where every sign only has one sound and every sound only has one sign? Is there any other script equal to Devanagari in its perfection, Chanakya? Do you know? Vivek. Oh, probably I'll stay till 11. I want to make up with my live streaming hours. I'll have a very, very deep sleep for 5 hours. Thanks, Vivek. Yes, Assad Gurd Muller also was a great soccer player from Germany. Yes, yes. Bayern Munich, great soccer team, great history. Arthur Churchill from England. David, Arthur says he's from England. David, why would you leave our great nation to live elsewhere, mate? Um, well, the main reason was we kicked out my chronically irresponsible, abusive, alcoholic father, now dead, now dead. I didn't say that. No, I did say that. And I felt later in Australia, Arthur, that Britain, with all its good things, really just a tiny island now with a huge population. And I was born in 1949, okay, which was 2 years after India got independence. And when I left England, Arthur, I felt very, very much dissociated from the terrible, terrible British Empire history. No matter what they say, it brought advancement and progress to the world. It was much more outweighed by huge, pig greedy, corrupt, insatiable rob, rape, and loot around the world, Arthur. I get a lot of messages here from Indians about that. Some are very, very angry, and I tell them, express your anger, and let's talk about it. But of course, Arthur, there were 7 or 8 other European nations also who carried out huge universal rob, rape, and loot, trying to impose what they believed to be the only true religion on the rest of the world. You know that one, yeah? And that's it in a nutshell, Arthur. Australia has huge amounts of land to explore, a tiny population, and that's about it, Arthur, really. What are your views on that? Now, I'm coming back to new messages now, okay? New messages. Yes, Vivek, no matter what, a father is still a father, but, various types of abuse chronically. My family suffered until I was 9, anyhow. How much from a chronically irresponsible, abusive, unloving, alcoholic father, how much of that can a family accept? How much can they accept? How much can they forgive? These are the questions, right? Yeah, he was my father, but look, I'll tell you the extent of that history was such that we didn't go to his funeral, okay? 1 year after we kicked him out, when I was 10, none of us went to the funeral. We didn't acknowledge to anybody that about the funeral. None of us went. So are you starting to get now some sort of picture? I don't ask for sympathy. I'm not crying now about it, but can you begin to understand some of the depth of his unloving and abusive, irresponsible fathership? You starting to get some sort of message of that? Chanakya, David, your childhood stories are seen of almost every household back then. No, 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 no. It was not almost every household. No. Oh, in India. Yeah, yeah, in India. Oh, and I heard Nepal also. Oof. In almost every household. Oof. What? Some type of abuse? Some type of abuse. And there are many types of abuse, aren't there? Mm. Assad, what answer are you waiting for? Ajab Dada. Yes, I know of the great B.R. Ambedkar. In Australia, I don't know. I'm not an expert on Australian history. Probably, if there was somebody uplifting the minorities in Australia, it would certainly be the minorities, those dark-skinned Australian Aborigines, the original inhabitants of Australia since 30, 40,000 years ago. Another old culture which was robbed, raped, and looted by a European colonial power. Probably that's happening in recent years now. Now the Aborigines are starting to come up with their voice in recent years. Job. If you look on Google or YouTube, you'll probably get the answer to that. That's interesting, Chanakya. Please explain more. Please explain more to this language buff. What do you mean by Kannada and Telugu Dravidian languages are cyclic in nature, while Devanagari appears to be linear? I'm very interested in that. I don't understand what you say much at all. Please explain that, please. Abhishek, I stayed in Darjeeling one month in the winter season when I first came to the Indian subcontinent. Winter 1977. I loved Darjeeling. It was a very mostly undeveloped place at that time, just a handful of hotels. Tiger Hill, in front of Kanchenjunga Himal, the third biggest peak on the planet, Kanchenjunga, on the border of Nepal and India. I loved Darjeeling very, very much. I did a little, trek there also. Chanakya. While Indic scripts share Devanagari's systematic sound-based structure. I see. I can understand that. So please tell me a little bit of detail about that other. Anonymous. Namaste, Anonymous. Thanks for your respectful, lovely respectful text there. Oye, oi. Firangi, 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 foreigner. Yeah. Lekin Anonymous, my mind is mostly Himalayanized, Indian Himalayan in the mind. The stomach's definitely Nepali. The body's from England, and the heart and passport are definitely Australian. Um, I love you, Anonymous. Thanks for that. Chanakya, well, thank you. I love these messages on linguistics. Chanakya, yes, David. Scripts close to Devanagari in phonetic position include Hangul, that's Korean, yeah? South Korean, and other Indic scripts like Kannada and Telugu. Indic script just, I suppose, means Indian, yeah? Indian script, not specifying Dravidian from the south, originally from Sumeria, as I'm sure you know, yeah? And Aryan languages from the north, Indo-Aryan, yeah? Well, well, Chanakya, I'll have a look at that. You say Hangul, South Korean script, is often called the most scientifically designed alphabet. Well, I tell you what, Sanskrit is without any flaws, any mistakes. In Sanskrit, Devanagari, Chanak, as you know, more than me, one sound is only represented by one sign, one character. And what each character sign is only represented by one sound. How much more scientifically designed is the Hangul Korean alphabet and language? How much more? Manu, no, this my YouTube channel's not monetized yet. Assad, my source of income, I'll give you the full information right now. I'm still financially independent, yeah, from my previous life savings earnings. Are you happy with that? Nan Kishore, yes. Now on my new system, Nan Kishore, I'm doing most nights, I'm doing a total of in split live streams, I'm doing a total of 3.5, 4 hours live stream to get up more quickly the number of live streaming hours. I must do it for obvious reasons, but I actually inside still I'm fairly fresh, but probably from the outside I look more tired than I am inside, you know, or at least I hope so. Anil Kumar, namaste Anil. Thanks for coming back. Thank you. Mr. Underhill, thank you. Are you from Europe, Britain? Otherwise, no need to tell me. I'll give you an answer to that, Mr. Underhill. Thanks for coming back. Bhawan Bisht, thanks for coming back, Bishtaji. Namaste. Thank you. Oh, Assad, yes. Yeah, that's right. That's my full answer. I'm still financially independent, uh, still living on my life savings earnings from my hard work in Australia before. Assad, do you do you need any more information, or are you satisfied with that? Raj, that's a beautiful message. Thank you about inspiration. Beautiful. Thank you. Janakya, Abhishek. What did Abhishek say? Janakya, what is lotus with a capital L? What is lotus? Please tell me if you can. Assad, David, now I'm getting more ideas about your life. I have a conclusion, David, that your mother saved your life. What did I say about that? What did I say about that? Ajab. David, after hearing your story, what about Miramara Sarabi Babki Barima? Your story looks slightly higher now, I see. Oh, I see, Chanakya. Abhishek is saying, more power to you, David. You've risen from the puddles like a lotus. Beautiful. Wow. Now, I promised to give... Wow, Himanshu, Himan, that's an interesting comment. Oh, Rakshit, of course. The BJP party. Yes, 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 of course. I see, Chanakya. Tell me more, please. I mean, I understand quite well Devanagari. What is it? Mathematic? Oh, Hangul is a designed scientific system. I must look onto Google about that. Uh, would you like to tell me a few more basics on that? A designed scientific system. Now, Rakesh, namaste. Rakesh, thanks for coming back. Aapke say ho, sab theek thak hai? Message about insulting Rakesh. What's happened there? Sakshi Pandey, namaste, Sakshi. Thanks for coming back onto the channel, Sakshi. Oh, excuse me, is it your first time, Sakshi? Namaste. Aapke say ho, kaisi ho. Himan, it ain't no secret. It's not a secret. I didn't get these scars falling over in church. Beautiful, beautiful. First time I heard that one, Himan. Ah, ah, ah. Rakshit, well, my background in languages, still learning. Rakshit says, David, I believe there is no language script in the world which is always read as it is written, and always written as it is spoken, right? There will always be a slight deviation from. Look, to me, your Sanskrit script looks to me perfectly constructed as far as writing it as it's spoken and speaking it as it's written. Absolutely perfect, in my humble opinion. Rakshi, please, right now, give me some examples of where that is not the case, please. Mr. Underhill, uh, I'm coming and going to the Himalayas almost 50 years now. Early in my experience here, let us say 1980, living just 5 minutes walk from here in a previous small building, now fallen down, but they rebuilt it. I'll make a video of that soon. Previously, Mr. Underhill, a great locally known Baba yogi lived there, greatly respected. The real thing, the real thing. And this is 80 years ago. So, Underhill, I lived off and on for several years, my first couple of times here, yeah? Now, one night, no smoking, no smoking and no drinking. I had a very strange dream. This lasted 5 minutes, very intense, but very short. Mr. Underhill, this is a true story. From then, I started to realize, hey, David Alexander, there is rather much more inside me than I ever imagined. It opened some sort of door to me, more on the mental, spiritual side. So, Mr. Underhill, I was dreaming, and I was sitting on the ceiling, very simple, same as this type of room, right? Made with big stones in the walls, covered with, on the inside, cow dung and mud, right? So I'm sitting on the roof and I was looking down at myself, looking down at David Alexander, dreaming. And so it was very interesting. Some people compare this with the possibly that sort of situation where you're sitting on the ceiling, looking down at your body and mind, dreaming. Some people say this is a light taste of Turiatit, which is the fourth room of consciousness. Anyhow, so I'm looking down at myself, and at the same time, I was inside myself, experiencing simply a huge force, crudely explained as a huge electrical energy force coming from the top of my head, going down and meeting the base of my spine. At the same time, a force came up from the ground and from my feet and met the bottom of my spine. And the two met together briefly. It was an incredible feeling of, like, crudely explaining it, electricity. The Hindus explained it as I'm just resting my eyes. The Hindus explained it as Shiva Shakti, or the feminine and masculine principles meeting together. And so people with any sort of knowledge would say, well, David, you probably had an introductory, very, very mild experience of Kundalini. The whole thing about Kundalini is like a sort of a, in simple language, like a snake-like force meeting the feminine and the masculine, which we can't deny exists, meeting together at a very important chakra at the base of the spine, you see. So that's it basically, Underhill. That's basically it. A very intense experience. From then, especially in here and in the heart, I had a rather different attitude about myself and existence, you know. It opened some sort of door there. And this may be related. Later on, from 1990 to 2000, and it opened some sort of love chakra also in me, love sort of thing for my fellow humanity, more than I felt before, positive and negative. And then later, from 1990 to 2011, just from my own funds, not connected with any other NGOs, not connected with any mainstream NGOs at all here. I conducted myself from my own pocket a 21-year continuously village help product where I gave uh, uh, about 300 families help for different things, like to help to build new houses, to help repair their old houses, and I helped a few dozen people also with food help. These two incidents may be directly related in my mind and heart, yes. Any feedback from that? What do people think about that? These are two true stories. I have no need to lie to people about anything. Maybe it sounds egotistical. No, this is me, David Alexander. I never, or almost never, have any need to lie to people about anything, you know? Why am I saying that? Almost all of the time, I never lie. If you're interested, I'll tell you, okay? Assad. All right, look, I'm repeating now for the third time, Assad. Still completely financially independent so far, living on my hard-earned, very hard-earned work life savings from Australia before. Small amount of interest. That's it. Yeah. Underhill, thanks for your message. What do you mean by IDK? I do know the feeling? Yeah, look, but you can be skeptical. I could be telling the biggest lie, but I'm not. I know I'm not. And look, Underhill, what's the subject here? Simply, we all think about this. I hope we all. The deeper, deeper, hidden, not yet potentialized powers inside us, man. Uh, we can't deny those. We can't deny those. Do you agree? Thanks, Assad. Good, good, good. And the key to open Underhill is I don't want to patronize you, but I'm 76 years experiences. We need to develop much more on that subject of the inside powers, much more much more belief, but even much, much more than belief, knowledge, knowledge. Underhill, how is your connectivity tonight there? Please tell me, where are you from? Because I like to know these things. I am getting a new phone soon, but where are you from, please? Which country? And out of 10, how is my audio? How is the visual connectivity? If it's a little bad, I'll turn off my phone for 5 minutes, reboot, and turn off. Okay. Yes, but science, what about the scientific methods? Well, some people with actual knowledge of Kundalini, the serpent power, would say, this real power is definitely a scientific matter. They would say that, I believe. I believe they would. Oh, that's great. Underhill connectivity. Good. 8 to 10 out of 10. Wow. I'm using Underhill, a 4.5-year-old cheapy Indian Chinese made components and blah blah. Indian Chinese made 8,000 Indian rupee phone, which currently, which then meant 160 Australian dollars. It's served me very, very well. But I'm getting a present soon from a previous very grateful English student, giving me a not a sophisticated phone. I don't need that. Assad, David, if you need a powerful mobile, you should prefer the Poco 5G. I'm hearing again the name of a good name of Poco 5G. Is that within 25,000 Indian rupees, Assad? I, you're saying it's a litre version. Do you mean it's a little version? Assad, is it under 2025? My friend's buying it for me. And is it not too complicated? Is it not too complicated, the use of that Poco 5G? Thanks, Underhill. It doesn't matter. The quality of our talk is what you feel is much more important. Thank you. Yes, yeah, I understand. Good, good, good. It's under 20,000, Assad. Tell me again. It's not too complicated for me to use, is it? I see, Chanakya. You like the analogy of Paramahansa's snakes are the first vertebra from the spine, and our awareness travels through it from C1 to L3 in our lumbar. Yeah, I can connect with that. Himan, David, any Samsung Samsung phone is great in my opinion. Wow. Assad. Yes, Redmi is its parent company. All functions are the same. I tell you what, this little cheapy 8,000 rupee Redmi 9A, 4.5 years old, has served me very, very well. Very well. For my simple needs, you know. I see, Assad. Wait for some festivals, its price will drop. Well, my good friend, previous student, would know that. He knows everything about. He's into IT and marketing. You know. Underhill, look. Are you living in a Western culture? Are you living in a Western culture? Even now, yoga is not a central thing. It's not into the Western makeup. You know what I mean? It's not into it still. A little bit growing. Um, you may like to believe me that there is much more to existence than the common person knows about. Not just believing in something, but knowing it. You know, there's much more to existence, much more. I'm still very much an amateur student of this, even at 76, Mr. Underhill. I am. Believe me, there's a lot more. There's a lot more inside you than you would ever believe. Oof, a lot more. I don't say you're naive or innocent. No, 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 but there is a lot more. Ah, you're in the West, I see, yes. It is true that most Westerners are more involved in material pursuits. Of course, we want to be optimally comfortable, but there's the mistake that some people make anywhere, that sooner or later, some people make this mistake, sooner or later, when I have all these things around me, I'll be really happy. Um, Not true, not true. All right, look, I'll send this message to my friend Assad. Thank you, thank you. I'm looking forward greatly. And listen to this. This is very funny. This Redmi 4A, Redmi 9A doesn't have Wi-Fi inside the device. It's a little bit primitive, yeah? Is it a little bit primitive? I'm looking forward to having a normal phone which just has Wi-Fi in it. See, I only started to use an Android 4.5 years ago. 25,000, that's all right. Look, Chanakya, about the super chat option. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about this side and that side. Chanakya, can I ask you a question? And Chanakya, please, why don't you start a more personal talk with me on YouTube channel, Pahadi David YouTube. Please, soon, would you? On this subject. Okay? Okay? I'm a foreigner in India. Please talk about this with me, would you? Chanakya. Now, Mr. Underhill, Chanakya is a rather interesting, I don't know whether to say friend, um, fellow, may I say, spiritual brother, linguistics student of several weeks on this live stream. Chanakya, would you choose to give a message or two to Mr. Underhill about you're reading our messages, I think, yeah? You're listening to me, Chanakya. Would you like to send a little prompt or something about Mr. Underhill, who, living in the West, still has some doubts about the possibly mega huge possibilities inside himself spiritually. Would you like to send something just to get him to think about it? Mr. Underhill, Chanakya is the man. And there are some other also spiritual people who I communicate with regularly, you know. Abhishek, oh yes, yes, definitely. They say don't play around with Kundalini. Don't play, you have to have definite expert practical guidance on it. Vanshika, good night. Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow. Um, I don't read anything. I'm not a reader or movie, but since decades, Mr. Underhill. But you can get a ton of stuff. YouTube, Google, and I tell you what, I've recently discovered, Mr. Underhill. You probably know Meta AI, META AI. Probably not new to you, but it is to me. I communicate best with that. And Meta AI has definitely got a lovely human streak also in it, which is very, very nice. And Meta, I find, is giving me, when I'm asking things about, say, difficult subjects or something like that, I most enjoy, I'm most satisfied with Meta AI. Just send a message or just type it in, and they'll tell you some fairly explicit stuff in your English language, right? Yeah, Chanakya, please talk to me on YouTube messaging. You can understand that this must be more between you and myself, yeah, because I know you've got some very specific knowledge on certain things, and I'm still developing this channel. Small team, humble, common people like me, editor and manager, who are directly, closely in the same family I live with, you know? So don't worry, thank you. Great offer, you're very generous. Inside 5 weeks, I'll have a new phone. Well, Himanshu, AI is my second best friend. I love Meta AI. Yeah, it's like you're talking to a human being, you know, which I don't get on Google. But Google's very, very knowledgeable also. Google Baba. Ah, yeah, that music's coming from the next room. Nice, beautiful music, beautiful music. Yes, you are, Himan. You are hearing. I have a neighbour here, a nice neighbour, young guy, but we very much live our own lives, and he's separate, I'm separate. We just very much live our own solitary lives, you know. Very interesting live stream tonight for me, and I hope equally interesting for you also. Now, now, please, you lovely people, let's finish it at 11:30, okay? So start now, slowly, slowly, to send your last messages, okay? Message whatever you like, and we'll finish at 11:30, okay? My voice is much better tonight and much improved. I've adjusted my diet in the last 2 days about not too much heating heat in my diet now, you know. Vivek Deshwal, do you know Korsani? Have I missed something? I Since many years I don't look around Korsani too much, I do know Pingaleshwar, the village on the northern Himalayan side of Korsani. Since recent years, there's a motor road going to Pingaleshwar, isn't there? Between Korsani Estate Road and Garul Road. Maybe I should visit there sometime. Abhishek, just starting in recent days to use Meta AI, in recent weeks only. I like it, I like it. Lamb, literally him. Thanks for coming back, Lamb. Indian namaste to you. Before I first came to India, nearly 50 years ago, I had travelled in England, of course, South America 1 year, Southeast Asia 9 months, but always I had in my mind Lamb, literally him, to visit and live in India, especially the Himalayas. Not the big Indian cities and towns, I'm afraid of those. I'm more afraid now, but the Himalayas for obvious reasons, you know? Yeah. I see him on now chat GPT to be more specific, I see. Mr. Underhill, what do you think about God, David? You've been coming in recent days to my live stream. Did you hear express did you hear me, Underhill, expressing my very simple, humble opinions about the entity commonly known as God? Did you hear my talks on that, Underhill? Please let me know now, yes or no. Then I know which way to move, right? Oh, Lamb, literally him. Yes, to live a very, very simple, uncomplicated life. The lovely old Indian, Himalayan, lovely old languages, lovely old religious, ideological history, vegetarianism, much less population, much less kutch, gitch, quonk, much art, yak. Same meaning in all languages. And the lovely, accepting, warm invitations and sometimes help when needed from you lovely Himalayan people, you know? Ah. Yes, Lamb, literally I am. In the daytime a dream. Ah. Oh, look, Underhill, I'll just summarise like this. Occasionally people message me, they say, Uncle David, I'm an atheist. So I'm thinking, well, let's keep the subject open. Eh? And they say, well, what do you think? And I say, well, how serious an atheist are you? Ganesh or Ramesh or Michael or Ching Chang, or they're coming from different countries. How serious an atheist are you? And what's your age? And they tell me, and they say, I'm very serious. And I say, well, look, all right, I'll just sum up like this, Mr. Underhill. You, the atheist, not you, but you, the other atheist, are you so intelligent? Are you so universally powered and magnificently wise that you came to this planet initiated by your mother and father, okay? You a serious atheist. Did you seriously, excuse me, did you independently, under your own amazing powers, bring yourself to this under your own power? If you say yes, otherwise, can you start to believe, Mr. Atheist, that some amazingly, ultimately mysterious, unknown, omnipresent power without actually any name in the end brought you to this planet. Some amazingly intricate, super intelligent power. Yeah? If you can start to begin to accept that, then, in my humble opinion, you're on the right track. But not in the not in the sometimes narrow confines of especially two very major world religious ideologies. You know what they are, Mr. Underhill. You know what those two religions are, don't you? I can say this much. Those two major religions which believe that only my God and my prophet, only my God and my prophet and their names and my religion are the true religions. All others are false. You know who they are, those two religions. No secret, right? Next obvious question. Are those two religions, which I'm talking about, can they both be right and correct on that subject at the same time? Definitely they can't be both right. And I tell you what, if anybody gets upset by this, it's your problem. But they can both be very, very wrong at the same time. Uh, that's my limited experience of 76 years of age, not limited. And this is why lovely, lovely, very, very old religious ideologies like Buddhism and Hinduism accept every thought that might be. Even they accept atheism also. They certainly accept agnosticism also. And Hinduism and Buddhism do not claim exclusive copyrights on the name of the entity commonly known as God, right? They do not. This has been the original seed of so many religious conflicts well, especially since 2026 years before, and later since 1400 years before. Let's be honest, millions have died with this terrible, terrible misconception. Terrible. Oof. I hope, Mr. Underhill, I've given you a little bit of food for thought. I'm still only an amateur human being, very much an amateur, still very much a student, What do you think on that? Well, that's interesting, Underhill. Evolution designed, biology and chemistry provided. Evolution designed, biology and chemistry provided. Yeah, I must think a lot more on these things, Yes, now, lamb literally him. You see, some people, including myself, have the problem with the concept of the common entity known as God. Uh, Now, where mankind's, because sometimes, sometimes humanity, sometimes cunning mind, limited mind, makes this whole thing very, very complicated. But if we just talk about a supreme power, supreme knowledge, an original seed of everything, I think we're on the right track, I think. Himanshu, thanks. David's aura always turns haters to his regular viewers. There are a handful. There are a handful. And I tell you what, in the last few nights, in the last week, Himan, there has not been one serious barbarian giving me very bad abuse. And I never take it personally. Um, not one in the last week, really nasty abuse. Not one person. So I think they have, Himanshu, those haters, mega abusers have crawled back into their holes. I said, no, many, many years ago, my ex-girlfriends, 3 or 4, long relationships, we parted ways permanently, you know. Ah, thanks, Carpy. That's a nice message. Thank you, Carpy 7816. David from Carpy David. I hope you're doing great even when I'm not around. No, I am. But when you're here, Carpy, things are more interesting again. Thank you. Please come back soon, yeah? Assad, Adam and Eve. I've thought about Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and under the table. And I've thought about Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel and under the table. Hey, look. Assad, we can start to understand these old stories from any religion, from any culture. You must start to understand more 2 things. If those stories actually really happened, Assad, if those stories really happened or not, is actually not important at all. There are stories in the Ramayana Mahabharata, Hanumanji carrying a whole side of a mountain to Lanka with the special herb to save the life of Ramchandraji. It doesn't matter 1% if that story really happened. It's the meaning, the symbology, and the meaning behind the story. Get that, Assad? It's the meaning behind the story. What does it really mean for the planet, for humanity, and for you? What does it really mean? How can you use it? Yeah, Assad, you would know. Do you know some Urdu, Assad? With your, I think, Muslim background, am I right? Excuse me. Adam means in Urdu, Arabic, mankind, right? So there you go. Thakur, thanks for coming back, Thakur. Namaste to you. I hope you're fine. Um, uh, please, everybody, let's finish in 25 minutes, okay? 11:30, okay? Please you lovely people, start to send your last messages now, okay? My understanding on my simple level, as a non-Indian, by birth not Indian, my simple understanding about Hanumanji carrying in the story, but what's behind the story? What's the meaning? Carrying half a side of a mountain with the special herb medicine which would save the life of his lovely master, Ramchandraji, in Sri Lanka. What's the meaning behind that? Oof. Imagine the huge weight that involved to carry back the whole side of a mountain, 3 or 4,000 kilometers. Hanumanji was so devoted and so loving to his master, he would undergo huge pain carrying the huge weight of that mountain because he needed to save the life of Ramji. He must save the life. He must save the life. Even the hugest pain and suffering, his love and devotion was so great that he succeeded. He couldn't, with his limited knowledge of Ayurveda, herbs, Hanumanji could not identify and didn't have enough time to identify that single plant which would save the life, right? And that to me is the meaning behind that. What about you Hindus? Tell me, how does that sound, the meaning behind that story? Himan, even if it was real, we won't need to go know about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter 1% if the story was true. What can I tell you as a Hindu? What can I tell you? Eh? You tell me. Oh, Rakshid, excuse me, Hanumanji saved the life of Lakshman. Well, there you go. You see, I'm I'm by birth I'm not in India, so I'm still learning about these things. But basically, my understanding was right. Yes. Oh, well, that's a lovely positive message, Mr. Underhill. Please join the program again and join the live stream again, old language, yeah? Please join the live stream again, Underhill. You can talk to some real Indians here. Some of these names in front of you have got some rather deep knowledge of the real thing, the real thing. And you only need to talk with them. You could start your own internet dialogue with them personally, one to one, outside of this live stream. Believe me, but just do believe, like I said, there's a lot of potential. And you see, sometimes, look, Underhill, I'll tell you this, with all due respect to Christianity, until I was 13, I really believed only in one religion, right? And JC, okay? And I believed that God, I believed until 13 that God was a hugely ancient grandfatherly figure with a huge white flowing beard, long hair, pure as the driven snow, living up in the sky. And I truly believed until 13 that if a person wasn't Christian, they were in the dark. I believed then that if a person wasn't a Christian, they were in the dark, they were pagan and heathens. And I certainly know much different now about it. Much more different, much more different. And furthermore, Underhill, if I sound a bit like an Indian or a Hindu, Buddhist, maybe I am partly like that. The Hinduism in its pure form is a hugely organic and scientific ideology, Underhill, a hugely scientific and organic ideology. I like to say ideology rather than religion. And many Hindus and Buddhists, and hopefully other religion, open-minded people will back me up on that ideology, way of life. Yeah, Abhishek, I always heard that Sri Ramji was involved in this being saved, his life being saved, you know? Underhill, before we leave in 20 minutes, one other thing I must pass on to you, please. It's much more apparent to me now that two things. How did this incredible, universal, mysterious, deep, absolutely amazing entity, power, supreme power, why was this huge, unlimited universe with millions, trillions of planet invented and only one planet, planet Earth, populated? I mean, let's face it, populated by animal life, plants, and the entity called human, the human animal, right? How is it possible that only one tiny dot in the whole idea of being in existence has some form of life? See, it's quite possible to me that there are other planets where obviously probably non-human life lives in forms that we can't begin to imagine, right? And why is it not possible, Underhill, that not in recent history, but, you know, going back some time, that so-called aliens visited this planet and we would be aliens to them, right? I also Underhill, there are structures on the world which is just impossible to explain how they were built hundreds or thousands of years ago, including a couple of amazingly constructed temples in South India and other things around the planet. The only way to possibly begin to explain this, Underhill, is that aliens, extraterrestrials, came from who knows how far away planets and built these things. And this is the only way to start to begin to understand these mysteries, you know, in my opinion. Keep in touch, man. Please keep in touch. Wow. He-Man, you're a man with no opinion. Ah, maybe my ego's getting too big, you know. Um, but, you know, some people find my opinions and talking useful, and to start thinking independently, thinking yourself, you know, especially for young people, yeah? Wow, many more messages. Please now, so we can finish at 11:30, start to send some start to send your last messages now, yeah? Yes, Underhill, I agree with you. Underhill is saying, David, I think there is an explanation, and explanations are so simple that we don't believe. Yeah, I believe in that. I believe in that. Tarkor says it's Maya, Matrix. Well, let's look into that one. Vivek has given me a nice suggestion. Thanks, Vivek. I'm open to all suggestions. David, you need a guru, a real guru. Well, thank you for that. Thanks for that suggestion, yeah? Himanshu, David, I think there are a lot more like us. They didn't show up yet, but I think they do exist. The biggest proof is ourselves that we exist. Wow. Let me read that again. Amazing. Chanakya, talking to Vanshika and me, let's take David to the nearest Xerox shop. Are you saying that I need to promote my message on a universal scale by sending printouts to millions of people? Correct me if I'm wrong. Rakshit, thanks for staying, Rakshit. Thanks for your technical assistance as usual. Rakshit saying, according to Hinduism and Buddhism, there are several planets or worlds with humans or human-like forms like us. Wow. Vanshika. I understand now, Chanakya, about the Xerox comment. Vanshika Modi. Are you any relation of the great Namo? Namo? Vanshika, Mr. David, I humbly request you to develop many clones of yourself so that you can interact with each and every one simultaneously. Beautiful, beautiful message. This will take me a lot of work, maybe in the next lifetime. I'll get married very, very young. As soon as I can legally get married, I'll start to work on that. Vanshika, get it? Hey, Abhishek. Alcohol is allowed in Christianity. Even Jesus turned water to wine. Fair enough. That's okay. I can accept that. Thakur. There are many worlds existing on the other planets. Yeah, my mind's open on that one. Mr. Underhill. Well, that's interesting, Underhill. Underhill is saying to everybody, no, I'm not Christian, I'm a man of science. Well, that's a great progress. That's a great progress. Science, reality, hard copy evidence. Lovely. Excuse me for prejudging you. Excuse me. That's interesting, Chanakya. Agreed, Rakshit. Tesla, the great, great mind. What planet did Tesla come from? Tesla had an hypothesis that we can fly with ionizing air particles and use the lift. Wow. Look, Assad, that's interesting. David, can I ask a question? Sure. You lived in the West a long time, David. There is a lot of alcoholic culture there. There is a lot. There is. The majority of people follow Christianity. No, 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 no. In the West, especially these days, the majority of people do not follow Christianity. There are more liberated minds now in the Christianity. And like Mr. Underhill said, people are turning more to reality. In my opinion, reality slash science. Science slash reality. Look, Assad, I'll give you a real example of this, but alcohol is not allowed in Christianity. Look, look, look. The use of alcohol, wine, in churches, and I'm sure it's not pure, right? Obvious reasons they mix water with it, right? Or fruit juice. It's just to symbolically represent the blood of Christ, isn't it? I know that much. Listen, Assad, listen to this. For everything on the planet, there is a use and there is an abuse. Listen to this true story, then you'll understand. For many things on the planet in life, you can use something or you can abuse it. Listen to this, Assad. Previously, in the Swiss Alps, in the Alps in Switzerland, Europe, previously, there was a dog, a Saint Bernard dog, which was a rescued dog. Listen to this. Maybe this dog still does the same work. I'm not sure now because technology and drones and blah, blah, blah. Right? But in the past, this Saint Bernard rescue dog, a lovely dog in the Swiss Alps, Switzerland Alps, when a message came that a mountaineer or anybody was lost in the snow in the mountains in Switzerland, this dog was sent with its incredible sense of smell and direction, everything. This dog was sent to try to rescue that perhaps half dead, half alive person in the high snow. And the dog carried around its neck in a little wooden bottle, an amount of strong alcohol, possibly brandy, I don't know. And it would maybe reach that person in a lot of trouble, half alive, half dead. And the person, this happened many times, the person being rescued would hug the dog, open the wooden bottle of alcohol, drink it, and suddenly would feel much better in themselves. A lot of heat, strong alcohol suddenly going directly into the body, the heart, the blood, the brain, and that saved many, many lives over many years. So for many things on the planet, Assad, there is a use and there is abuse. Even heroin. Heroin has a very bad name as being a very serious drug of addiction. Heroin, of course it is. But these days, in open-minded societies where medicine is advanced, heroin is used in a number of medical conditions to relieve serious pain. Addiction? When people have terminal illnesses and will die, there is no issue of being addicted to anything. It relieves their pain, the heroin, for people who have last stage cancer and other illnesses, relieves their pain, makes them feel much, much better, and that's how they leave the planet. So if alcohol is banned by this religion or banned by that other religion, or whether people have a little drink quietly behind locked doors, but when they go onto the street, they look very, very different people. This is another question, okay? All right. What do you people think about that? Chanakya, I've given a more powerful answer to Assad than the etymology of it. Um, you know what that is. You can tell him. You tell him, please, because I'm just wrapping up this, finishing this stream. Yeah, please, another 10. Let's vamos. Let's go. Yeah, please. Very interesting night tonight. Thanks for you, lovely, lovely people. Ah, I've learnt many things on these streams, many things. Ah, that's beautiful, Himanshu Nankad, my lovely new friend. Thank you, Himan. Um, David, once John Marston said, some trees flourish, they grow, others die. Some cattle grow strong, others are taken by wolves. Some men are born rich enough and dumb enough to enjoy their lives. Wow, 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 wow. Ain't nothing fair. Nothing is fair, nothing is just. Vanchika, good night. Please come back again tomorrow night, same times, split live streams. And everybody, please let me have Sunday night off, yeah? See you Friday and Saturday nights. Priyanshu. Namaste, Priyanshu Shudik. Priyanshu Dikshit. Priyanshu Dixit. Namaste, Priyanshu. First time on our live stream, I think. Have a look at the pin message on the bottom of your screen, Priyanshu. Thanks for coming. Please come back again. Vivek, good night. Thank you for your lovely messages. Chanakya, David is the oracle. Oh, no, 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 no. Thanks for the thought. Assad, I'm looking for your message. Yes, Abhishek, I had direct over intimately direct experience and enjoyment of the hippie culture. When I was 17 to 23, I lived in a couple of in one house with a number of real original hippies. I saw all of that from close range. Yes. 1967 to 1973, an amazing time in human history. Amazing. I'm still thinking about developing clones, but without sounding egotistical, Chanakya, I'll have to marry very early next lifetime. That can take a lot of hard work and enjoyment. Yeah, interesting. Himanshu, this is an interesting question. Anupama, thanks for coming and listening tonight. Thank you. You can see how busy I was, so thanks for not sending your extremely thought-provoking and sometimes time-consuming messages. Thank you, Anupama. Sunday night off, okay? Thank you. I love you. I love you. I do. Himanshu, please send this message to me tomorrow, will you? About Broken Hero and Twisted Hero. Rick Roy, thanks Rick Roy for coming back. Rick Roy has absolute proof and hard copy evidence that the Earth will be destroyed in 2099. Are you a time traveler? Assad Jamadar. David, do you know Alexia Putelos, a Barcelona player, female, yeah? Similar face. No, she can't be my daughter, Assad. I've said this before, you've heard this before. I'm not married, and in my knowledge, I don't have any children, so. Thanks, Abhishek. That's very, very nice. I also feel a little sad. Tonight has been especially interesting for me. I've learned some new things, and the time has passed very quickly, 2.5 hours. Bapri bab. Wow. Eh? Thanks, Abhishek. That's beautiful. I do get a lot of nice messages which tell me that I'm on the right path, breath of fresh air, and that's lovely. Thanks, Abhishek. Wow, wow, wow. That's right, Abhishek. We don't even know what will happen tomorrow. Oof, oof. Abhishek, thank you. Guruji? Right, wow, 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 wow. Guru ka shuru kewal. Guru ki shuru kewal. Ah, ये जिंदगी की रास्ता बहुत लंबी है, बहुत ही लंबी है. Utkarsh Dubey. Utkarsh Dubey. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, Utkarsh. We're just finishing now a 2.5 hour long live stream. People are tired. Utkarsh, please come back tomorrow night or Saturday night, okay? Himanshu, thank you, Himan. We can't change what's done. We can only move on. Ah, wow, 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 wow. Utkarsh, thanks for coming very late. Thanks for coming, Utkarsh. And listen, Utkarsh, most nights I have a double live stream, a split live stream, Utkarsh. Thanks for coming back here. 6:30 Central Himalayan time, India. 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. to 11:30. So Michael Forrest is a Hollywood actor, I see. All right, good night, anybody. Any last short messages, please? Last short messages. Then see you tomorrow night, 6:30, yeah? Himan. Ah, wow, lovely, lovely expression, this one. My age reflects nothing. I feel as though I have lived 1,000 lives and said a million words. Now I am quiet. Now I am tired. Wah, 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 wah. All right, 5 minutes more. Arthur Churchill. Thank you, Arthur. I'll reply to every message now in front of me. Arthur, I'm now hopefully a young 76. Since many years, I just need deeply and continuously 4.5, sometimes 5.5 hours of continuous deep sleep. That's all I need. And after my main meal, finishing at 3:30, 3 o'clock, I like to lie down on my left side for 45, 50 minutes, just resting the mind, recharging the blood in the brain with blood, that's it. I'll go to sleep 12:30, 1 o'clock tonight as usual. Himanshu, yeah, many other Davids, many other. Utkarsh, I am one of the world's greatest fans of the round ball soccer sport. Round ball football, soccer. Oh, listen, Abhishek, you know a lot. Sleeping on the left side, definitely. It's great for the gut and the heart especially. Natural position, not closing anything off. Oh, yes. Heart and gut and more. Utkarsh, when I was young, between the ages of 14, 15 to 25, 26, I definitely looked like a young Paul McCartney of the Beatles, definitely. Especially they used to say the nose and the eyes especially, the eyes mostly. Yeah, young Paul McCartney. Many people told me that. Deepak Singh, namaste Deepak. I recognize your name. Thanks for coming back, Deepak. And we're just finishing this live stream now. Please come back tomorrow night. Split live streams. Deepak, Indian time, Central Indian time, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m., 1 hour break. Then I come back from 9 to 11, 11:30, okay? Pitorga, yeah, I remember your name. Thank you. All right, thank you, especially to you, Himanshu. Also, lovely messages. The last one was the cream on the chocolate cake. The last one. Wow, 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 wow. Chamatkar wala. Chamatkar wala. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I see, Deepak. Stafford School, of course. I had a very happy time in your town from year 19 to 23. The loveliest people on the planet for me. They treated me like a super guest, family member. You know who they are. Rakesh and Kalpana, Kavita, Dale. Yeah, I know what's happening now. Ajaksh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Deepak, were you a student or fellow teacher there? Please tell me now quickly. Please tell me quickly, were you a student or teacher there, Deepak? We must finish now in 2 minutes, okay? Ah, you are a music teacher, okay. Wow, wow, wow. Do you remember my Devanagari English system there? Yeah, I very much attached to that. I'm very much attached. Yes, 18 to 19, that's right. Oh, Deepak, excuse me, you were there before I arrived. Oh, well, excuse me. I was there for 3 or 4 months pre-COVID. Okay, Deepak. And listen, Deepak, why not? I love to talk about old places, people. Deepak, please contact me. Pahadi David, YouTube messaging. Please contact me. Thank you. Okay, let's go now. I love you all, especially thanks to the very new first time messaging viewers. Thank you. Thank you if you liked my live stream. And please talk with your social circle to have a look at my live stream, and please subscribe if you can. Thank you. Namaste to everybody. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Wow, wow. Yes, same to you, Hemant. Thank you, platonically, of course. Male to male, for me, there's only one way. Great, thank you.